Hello, slow parenting family from across the globe. Thank you so very much for joining us again for this episode of the Slow Parenting Podcast on Nostalgia Media. My name is Richie Adewusi. I'm so excited to be here again with you for us to do our regular talk, okay, around parenting and everything parenting. Um, as a, as well, I shouldn't say as always because it hasn't always been like that. At least since the season 8, um, we've had the privilege of having some other. Okay, I'm searching for the word so I don't say the wrong one. Not about saying the wrong one, saying the least one. I want to say the main one. Okay, some very knowledgeable people, experientially and professionally, about parenting issues. Okay, so you can rest assured that today I'm not alone again, and we're going to have um, a very special personality join us today. Um, Dr. Chikonde won't be joining us today. I had a technical issue for which she's not able to be part of our show today. But I'm going to be joined today by someone who had been there from the beginning. I'm sure she does not think I'm going to be introducing her that way. Okay, but I am. And it's all part of getting you to know that this is not about today. Okay, so I'm going to be introducing a mother, a grandmother, not even grandmother, double or is it quadruple grandmother now, herself. Eh? Uh-huh. Okay, who's seen it all in terms of parenting? So if you have gotten across the bridge of becoming a grandparent, you've seen plenty. So you should listen when grandparents are talking, especially grandparents who also would have functioned professionally in some of the key issue areas that are up for discussion today. So if you are just joining us, this is the Slow Parenting Podcast on Nostalgia Media. My name is Richie Adewusi. We're here every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US and Canada, 7 p.m. West African time, including Nigeria. So today we are going to be continuing with our series on co-parenting. Okay? But we're going to be talking about some very special. Every episode is special. This is still special, but we're going to be talking about tools, okay? Essential tools you need to have to help you do or perform your co-parenting chores to make it easier, okay? And to join me to get to discuss this today is someone, like I said, has been there from the beginning, from the very beginning. And when I say from the very beginning, I'm talking about when Youth Aid was started in 1990. Her name is Mrs. Foyin Oyebola. Mrs. Oyebola was part of the original board of trustees. Yes, in that board that got Youth Aid, the program that has, the project that has given, the organization that has given birth to what has become the Universal Parenting Institute today, okay, from 1990. Mr. Yebola was in that team, in that Board of Trustees team. Wasn't just an inactive board. Mr. Yebola joined us to train, present programs. She was there in the trenches with us. Okay, so it's my pleasure to welcome Mrs. Oyebola. I'm not going to say more about introducing her. I want her to speak for herself. Because if I go on introducing her myself, I'll be introducing her for the rest of the program today. And I don't think that's why you're here. So, Mr. Oyebola, you're welcome to the Slow Parenting Podcast.
Thank you very much, Richie, for that special introduction. I also want to thank all our viewers at home. I heartily congratulate you for these strides that you have achieved, taking it from that grassroots level to a global level. You work so hard, produce so many books, and especially the parenting the parenting institute, which is a big one. And I say congratulations. I say for the good job. You are touching many lives. I hope people appreciate that you are touching lives, and I hope they all subscribe and tap into this very, very laudable podcast. It's going to be it's a life-saving tool for everybody. It's a learning tool and life-saving tool. So thank you, Richie, and God bless you.
Well, she tactically dodged talking about herself. So she has thrown
Well,
it back to me. I'm going
well,
to.
it's okay. I have my passion helping young people, and I worked with several non-governmental organizations, including Youth Aid, that is Richie Adewusi's outfit, whereby we did a lot of activities, school-based activities, uh, you know, we are audio, we're using TV to educate people, going around and training teachers, mentorship, and everything back home in Nigeria, Africa. We started under the tree. I say we started from the humble beginning, and that's why I'm saying we are here today doing global stuff. So thank you very much. It's my pleasure to. I really I love what I did. And what I'm still doing and what I will still do. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ebola. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. I also want to announce that Mr. Ebola is on this side of the Atlantic and the Pacific with me now. She's in Ontario, Canada, right now. So that makes my life easier, okay? Especially when it comes to the issue of the time zone craze about having to run programs. So thank you very much for accepting to join me on the program today. Like I said earlier, Dr. Chikondi is not with us today. Dr. Chikondi always joined us this season 8 from Malawi. She's our partner out there in Malawi, in that part of Africa. There's some technical issues for which she's not able to join us today. So we're going to be talking about tools. When you hear tools, of course, you think of spanners and shovels and yes. But when it comes to the issue of parenting or relationships generally, you may want to throw in soft skills as part of the tools that you need. Don't think spanners and shovels and knives and kitchenware alone or as part of it. There could be part of it depending on if you love to cook like myself. So your cooking can actually cause wars to cease at home. Maybe when people smell the aroma of the nice thing you're cooking in the kitchen, they can forgive you for your wrongdoing, whoever of the parents. But that's not our issue today. We're talking about, tools, hardware, software, hard skills, soft skills that co-parents need. As a matter of fact, all parents need. But you see, in the particular issues around co-parenting, it becomes more challenging, more important because these are individuals who have said, look, we have gone in our different ways. We are not doing it again. Huh? But then there are other individuals who did not apply. Like I keep saying, they didn't write application to join your family. Both of you agreed, and then they arrived. And they are now here, and you now decide to you can't abandon them. That's what we are saying. Especially when they are still minors. Especially when they are still minors. If they have become adults, they can take their own decisions they can even blackmail you a little bit. We won't send you that feeding money if the two of you don't find a way to sort yourself out. They can blackmail both of you that way. But minors, what can minors do? So, Mr. Ebola, in this issue of tools, without me reading off any particular names now, what would you consider the most important tool that co-parents need to function in their co-parenting jobs?
Well, thank you very much once again. I'm happy for that preamble because I had wanted to dwell into that space because, like, some people are watching for the first time, so we need to put things in perspective so that they know when we say co-parenting, they know that it's a very sensitive and emotional issue that we're talking about. That two people who were together before and had children and now have now decided to separate, and these young innocent people are in the middle of the trap. We cannot afford to abandon them. So now talking about, I want to say that for me there are three pillars. I'm still going to go to the tools: communication for predictability, good organization for logistics and streamlining so that you reduce last minute conflict, and emotional balance. I'm going to break that down later based on your question. So, if you look at what is important, I would say that all these tools are important because they complement each other. But I want to say that for let's look at centralized communication and scheduling. This has happened. The two people need to come. I know in the last episode we talked about communication, but we are now focusing on communication tools this time around. And we are saying that the communication tools you want to plan to use or you will be using must be centralized. And that is focus on the child's need. It's child-centered communication tool. It's not about you, it's not about your past relationship. It's about these innocent children that are, where the outcome of the marriage, the then marriage. So it must be open. It must be open and it must focus on the child's need and help the parents stay focused. You must stay focused, no emotionality into it. You don't bring emotions into this. So sit down and talk. It cannot just happen. It's not going to be a guesswork. It's not just going to you're not going to stumble on it. You have to sit down. Communication will help you with the planning process. So this has happened. How do we intend to go about it? How do we intend to start? What do we need to put in place for us to make sure that the child's well-being is key? For us to work collaboratively to ensure that the child's physical, mental, spiritual needs, educational needs are met. So I want to say that I want to start with communication. And there are several communication tools out there. I'm still going to talk about the our author, what he has spent a lot of energy and time to put in place. There are a lot of materials out there that co-parents can use. People talk about the message logs because you see when there is this issue of separation, the trust is very low and emotions are still raw. So the two don't happen to trust each other. So you need to put things in place that when you say A, you mean it. When you are talking about the child, you are talking about the child. You are not talking about the past. So message logs that will capture what you say, the date, when, and what are the facts in what you are saying. So then there could be could have put in place conflict filtering, appliances or apps which is going to mentally and intentionally filter the situation into facts, feelings, and interpretation. You avoid overreacting and escalating small issues. We are still talking about child focusing, child centered. So all the preambles must really go at this time. You need to focus on the child. Or you can put in shared notes, which whereby you track the child's progress, schedules, medical appointments, school activities, all the co-curricular activities that the child needs to undertake. So you know talk about it and put you have your notes, I have my notes, so that at any point in time you are on the same page. There is a structure in place which both of you need to follow and follow diligently. There could be compromises here and there when
Regarding the child, regarding the children.
regarding the pardon,
Okay.
pardon?
I said regarding the children.
Yes, regarding
Yes.
the children, regarding the children, because for instance, you're a career person and maybe your job is taking you out. So you could call the other parent, hey, can you please fill in the gap for me? So that is part of putting the child first. You can't just go away like that without and leaving your own responsibility, thinking that somebody will do. You have to call your part the co-parent into into the picture, bring her into the picture or him, and let her agree or him agree that yes, I'll cover up because the child's needs must be met at every point in time. So I don't know whether I've answered your question or you want me to
Well,
go on.
communication. I mean, you've
Yes,
answered.
I'm talking about because it's a starting point because you two have to talk and not just talking. You talk about the theoretical aspect of communication in the last episode. We are talking about tools that needs to be put in place that both of you will have, share notes and and use to track what both of you are doing regarding
Thank
the child or the children in whichever uh, uh,
you.
we talk about scheduling tools. This could be gotten on the parenting app. It's going to tell you weekly, monthly, annually what needs to be done for the child. And it must be put in proper structure like an action plan. What needs to be done, time, by who. And comments. If there are comments, you put comments and both of you must have copies, which means it has to be it has to be an exchange between the two of you because it's going to support the joint custody, especially if there is joint custody. It's going to improve communication. It will provide structure, like I said, which both of you may follow. So, and also some people also put in place expense tracking because there is no accusation that I spend X amount, I need a refund, or you are the one supposed to provide, you were not there. This is how much I spent. You put it down in black and white. It's part of so expense tracking is also good. You document everything and you put it in the parenting plan template so that if the other partner is supposed to refund you, you have a record of what was spent, and then because some people even go to court and these are things that you may even want to tender. If the situation warrants going to court, you have to tender evidence-based actions. So
Okay.
I'll stop at communication. Let me allow you come in.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ebala. First of all, yes, um, we are not discussing communication as it
Yes.
were. We're discussing tools. Um, and luckily, we are in the age of AI and the internet. So a lot of tracking tools, a lot of planning tools, a lot of scheduling tools are available there. What we're saying here is choose one that both of you
Feel comfortable.
agree to.
Yes.
Okay, so your activities, as far as it concerns the child or the children, are streamlined.
Exactly.
They are coordinated by way of using that tool. Even when there are disruptions or likely disruptions, as Mr. Yabala just mentioned, somebody's going to travel. You made your scheduling there. Then the soft skills now, the soft tools now, your emotional, your soft skills of getting in touch where we know we have scheduled this, but this is this situation. It can still be on that tool.
Yeah.
It can still be on that application that you're using. There are different types of application that you have a section where you can put a note to say, please, can, without you calling or saying anything, and he says, okay, can you imagine how he even said it? Can you imagine how she even sounded when she was saying, no, we don't hear your voice. You type it in. This is, so we have all of those technological support systems in place now to help us even, well, be better at our general parenting functions, especially our co-parenting functions. There are applications now that will remind you, that will even prompt the other person, prompt you. You could say, okay, send us notifications for this, for schedule it, but agree on the app, so that when your partner or when your co-parent sees, he or she recognizes that this is what we agreed on, is from this application, because every day we receive junk mails and junk messages from all over the places. And it wouldn't be like, well, I didn't open it because I didn't know who sent it. I don't know whether it's a scam or spam or whatever. But because it's something you had agreed to use, and you actually either subscribed or downloaded it, or you put it in use, your partner will recognize it. That's part of what we are saying here. Don't worry, don't bother about taking notes, okay? Don't worry. Guys on TikTok, no, there's no need. Can you repeat that? Number one, there's a video. Everything I'm going to say here is already captured in a video that you will have. You can download, you can share, and all of that. But I'm happy repeating what I said because you're here. It's okay. We're saying that right now we are lucky, humankind. I'm not saying Richie Adewusi, humankind. We are lucky to have technology that has stepped in to help us even play certain roles, including parenting roles that we remember. We're not saying outsource your parenting roles to AI. That's not, don't misquote me. I'm saying that you can now apply or employ to assist you. They are assistants. That's not the main. They can't replace you. They must not replace you. So we don't get to misquote ourselves here. Applications must not replace you. Application cannot be sending messages to your children. Okay? Yes. Application cannot send happy birthday to your son or your daughter. No. Application can remind you.
It's a child's birthday.
It's a child's birthday. Remind you your child is going to get married. Your in-laws are coming to visit you. So application can, even if you have money to buy robots that can serve drinks, please let the robot serve drinks to your friends. Don't bring them to your children. Okay? Treat your family as humans, especially your children, especially your,
all stakeholders, actually. Yeah.
All stakeholders, but in this case, your children, especially the minors. Why are we particular about the minors? Their emotions can be.
Yeah, we are still at a very formative stage where they don't even know where they belong.
That you don't think that they notice they store up, they store it, it now becomes part of their own experiences, and they will think that's how life is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the fear.
With the bitterness, yes.
That's the fear. And they carry such into their own relationships. And that cycle continues. We don't want that to happen. You might have had your own not pleasant experience, but do you want your children to have the same experience? That's what this program is about. That's why we're here. That's why I've been on this call, this 3+ decades talking parenting. Okay, so Mr. Ebala, I would ask another question. Thank you so very much. Now, you talked about financial records.
Yeah.
Should parents really, in terms of, we could keep financial, maybe let me put a caveat up front. You want to track your spending as an individual, okay? Are you going to be tracking your spending show that you are the one spending more on your child or that you're taking care of your
Actually, it's not very, there are different situations, different scenarios. Separation comes with different scenarios, comes with different background or issues that the co-parents need to deal with. There are some very straightforward situations where you don't need to be petty about how much you spend on the child, because this child is yours and you want the best for the child. It's not a priority. For me, it's not a priority. If you have established your clear decision making guidelines at the beginning, which brings me to that, on who is doing what and when and how, this should not come in. The father is taking responsibility and is paying school fees. You get what I mean? There's no need to track all of that. You've already decided on what you're going to do for this child in terms of education, healthcare, co-curricular activities. This guideline will help you prevent conflict. It will help in even preventing all this petty expense tracking. But when the situation is very hot and both of them are bitter, it may happen at that stage where they are still undecided. They've not sat down to put a good structure or plan the future of this and well-being of these children. It may come in. That's why I mention it. It's not really, for me, it's not important. But in this part of the world too, the first world, it may be an issue with people having joint accounts and stuff like that. I don't want to bring that into it. So it depends on the situations. But if there's a clear decision making guideline on who is doing what on all the child's needs, then there won't be any need to there will be to prevent conflict. They will agree on who initiates discussion, what is your input, who does what, who pays what, who is going to take the child to for open day, when, how. Even if the driver is going to drive, is there somebody going to accompany the child because you don't want to leave the child in the care of the driver alone for the child's safety? As petty as small as that, all this will be discussed and to be agreed on. Then there's elements of predictability for both parents, and even the child, the children in this marriage will feel more comfortable, we feel more safe and secured, and we are, like you said, we're working on their emotions. We don't want them to really know that things are not going well. We have to keep it from them.
But they know.
But they know.
But they
They
know.
know. But we
They are
try
really the first to know.
not to put them in the forefront of the fire, you know, as much as possible. So by doing things right, I know some of them do ask questions. What's going on? Why is that? Anyway,
Yeah.
let's not bring that. That's not the topic for today.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so
All
I
right.
don't think experience tracking is very
Yeah,
is
thank you.
key.
But then you did mention something that for me, in my own opinion, that is important. You said, for instance, a parent is supposed to foot a certain bill, and
Yeah.
for the reason of not being around, or the other parent goes ahead, first of
Yes.
all, that the other parent would go ahead means there's already some cooperation, there is already some understanding.
Yes.
So
Yes.
tracking such an expense and noting it down is not being petty. No, it's like,
Yeah. Okay.
help you to take care of this because you are not
Yes.
available.
Responsibility that you are supposed to
Yes,
have.
yes. So that's
Yeah.
not being petty.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
being petty.
That's yeah. Yeah.
Whoever it is between the two of you, shouldn't say, you've done is done. Is it not your child? No, you have agreed. Remember, you have gone away from that. Is it not your child scenario? Eh? It's no longer, you are no longer in that kind of relationship that is okay, do this on my behalf. I don't need to
Mm-hmm.
pay you. You have gone beyond that. That money
Yeah.
that person spent could be something that person needed to, you
To
know,
to
do
refund.
something else. For
Yeah.
another, maybe that person is already in a relationship, another relation, that person might even have other children and all of it, but it's okay, I need to take care of this because you are not there. So don't pick that as petty. We're going to take a short break now to play the video we have produced for today, as always. When we return, there are plenty of questions here, Mr. Yobla, from community members, and that's where we will pick it up from when we return from watching the video. So please don't go away. Thank you, guys.
Effectiveness in co-parenting goes beyond good intentions. Even with strong communication and conflict resolution skills, co-parents still need practical systems that support consistency, coordination, and shared responsibilities. Without the right tools, everyday decisions could become stressful, disorganizing, and emotionally draining for both parents and their children and young people. After separation or divorce, children and young people often move between two households, two routines, and sometimes two different parenting styles. What helps them feel secure is structure. Tools and techniques give co-parents shared frameworks that reduce confusion, limit conflicts, and keep children and young people's needs at the center of daily decisions. In this episode, we explore practical tools and techniques co-parents could use to streamline communication, support joint decision-making, and manage co-parenting responsibilities more collaboratively. Before we continue, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you can follow the full co-parenting series on our #SlowParenting podcast. Our videos and live streams provide parents with clear, practical guidance to navigate co-parenting with intention and stability. As Dr. Richie Adewusi explains in Effective Co-Parenting, strategies for success, utilizing practical tools and techniques would enhance communication, decision-making, and coordination in co-parenting relationships. Here are 5 practical tools and techniques that could strengthen co-parenting coordination. 1. Use centralized communication and scheduling tools. Shared calendars, co-parenting applications and programs, and online communication platforms help co-parents stay aligned. These tools allow parents to track school schedules, medical appointments, mentorship activities, and important dates in one place. Centralized communication reduces misinformation, misinformation, and limits unnecessary back and forth conversations. 2. Establish clear decision-making guidelines. Co-parents regularly make joint decisions about education, healthcare, and extracurricular activities. Clear guidelines around how decisions are made help prevent conflicts. Agreeing on who initiates discussions, how input is shared, and when decisions must be finalized creates predictability for both parents and children. 3. Rely on educational and training resources for alignment. Parenting resources help co-parents stay grounded in shared principles even when personal styles differ. Dr. Richie Adewusi's books, and other such books and instructional materials on parenting provide structured frameworks that encourage intentional decision-making and child-centered thinking. Institutions such as the Universal Parenting Institute also serve as valuable platforms and resource centers, offering programs, trainings, mentorships, and structured guidance that support parents in navigating co-parenting with clarity rather than guesswork. 4. Address challenges with flexibility and support systems. Differences in parenting styles, discipline approaches, and scheduling are common challenges. Rather than treating these differences as personal conflicts, co-parents could use flexibility, compromise, and external support to manage them. Seeking guidance through educational content, live streams and online communities, or parenting programs helps co-parents step back, gain perspective, and respond thoughtfully rather than emotionally. 5. Plan transitions and special occasions intentionally. Transitions between households and special occasions such as holidays, birthdays, weddings, and other milestones could be emotionally sensitive for children. Clear routines, advanced planning, and open communication would help reduce anxieties and conflicts. When co-parents work together to create predictable and positive experiences during these moments, children feel reassured and supported, strengthening their sense of belonging across both homes. Utilizing practical tools and techniques allows co-parents to move from reactive parenting to intentional collaboration. When communication, decision-making, and coordination are supported by clear systems, children experience greater stability and emotional safety. These tools also help remove unnecessary emotional strain from daily interactions. By relying on shared platforms, clear decision-making structures, and agreed routines, co-parents reduce confusion and prevent avoidable conflict. Thank you for being part of our community. If this video is helpful, please like and share it, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Kindly share it with other parents who may benefit, and stay connected with the hashtag #SlowParenting podcast. You can also explore our videos and live streams on the hashtag #SlowParenting podcast YouTube channel for deeper conversations on co-parenting, parenting tools, and family well-being. Kindly subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next discussions in this series.
Thank you for watching that video. Like I said, the key issues, the key points for our discussions today, show today, are outlined in that video. Okay, so I'm not saying you should not pay attention to what we are saying, but the video, serves as a kind of summary, a reminder for you that you can always go back to you. So welcome back. We are going to look at questions and contributions from community members. Mr. Ebola, this first community member here says, where should parents start if they are new to using co-parenting tools? Where should they start?
Well, if they are new to using parenting tools, I think that they could get support systems. Like now we are here. This podcast is a very good tool where you listen, you hear what experiences of other people. But talking about support systems, it will help to address because a lot of them are just confused to start with. A lot of them don't even think about the implications of their actions. They don't even immediately bring the children into the picture. It is later they will now say, "Oh, come on, let's forget the children are there. How do we go about it?" I think if they could address it through a supporting system, because I come with my different parenting style, you come with your different parenting style. Discipline approaches is differ. The father may be the very hard one, the mom may be the soft one. If we are able to come together, to seek help, through support systems and maybe through counseling and trauma management, stress management strategies, and also conflict resolution, all of this can come in the support system. Like outside of the technology, even there they could be taught about the take home could be the technological approach that they will adopt going forward. But let them even understand the issues, the magnitude of the issues, the how to go about it through experience sharing, through mentorship, through training. And that is what the Universal Parenting Institute is all about by Dr. Richie Adewusi. Also some books that they can read and they can ask questions and joining this type of podcast. By then, the reality is done and they can now think straight and call the other partner, the co-parent, come, let us sit down. Then communication will come in. Communication comes in because they now know the how to. This is what you are talking about. Strategies are tools, approaches, skills. They need to gather all these skills through support system. That's what I think, because it's always a very difficult period for most people and a lot of things are
It's not a
involved.
period, it's lifelong.
Yes, difficult and lifelong. Yes, I know.
It's lifelong.
Depends on how people
Yeah.
take it. But if they get the support, which we help them to know how to scheduling, and also manage common challenges, rather than treating these differences as personal conflicts, fighting, there will be, to teach them flexibility, to teach them how to compromise, to be able to manage the child's needs, educational needs, physical needs, and other needs. So I think for me, support system comes in.
It comes in there. Okay. Thank you so very much. Well, the next question here, or perspective here, actually runs contrary to that. It says, is there any need for me to use co-parenting tools? My co-parent and I don't have arguments and things are going well.
Well, yes, for now, things are going well, but a
For
plan
now.
for now, a plan is a plan. It's good, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You have to plan. You then start ticking the boxes. Oh, good, we are good. Things are going well. The children are happy. But it checkmates you. It puts you on the spot. It keeps reminding you that yes, these children needs are key. They are critical. Their well-being is important. You have it. He has it. Both of you have it, and then you are using it to run. Together with for the benefit of the child. So I think for now, but it's good to put it in place.
In place. Okay.
It's good to have the support system. It's good
Suppose
to read.
before the emergency happens.
Yes. You don't
before
wait to, you don't say to yes. You
okay.
have to plan against emergencies and
and then
troubleshooting strategies, running around, seeking counsel, wrong counsel from people that will, lead you in the wrong direction. But it is your show. You have to manage it. You have to really put yourself in the picture, not listen to third party. I mean, when I mean third party, not recognized, not structures, not training.
Third parties,
Yeah.
yes, that you do not. Okay. The third comment here, it says, it's funny. It said, I am an elderly co-parent and I am not tech savvy at all. I can't use any shared calendars or any applications like that. What do I? It's not a question. I think it's just a comment, but then I think we need to look at how do we help this person.
It happens. It happens. A lot of people are not tech savvy. Not like the Gen Zs and the middle age co-parents. It happens. That's why I said support system will help. If there's a group, seeking counseling, seeking the help of professionals, therapists, they could sit this person down. Apart from talking, they could help in putting in place paper type schedules. It could be, how to use your phone to keep reminders,
You can even
something
just
that
use
will prompt you,
Mhm.
basic things that you don't need to go to the high end techies stuff. Basic things that will keep you, prompt you. Oh, it is a child's birthday, like you said. What do we need to do? Reminders and stuff like that. It could be paper-based scheduling tools that you can write, you know, and use. So I do appreciate the fact that there are a lot of people, even non-elderly people that are not interested. So, but these things still have to,
There's
and there
another
are
one.
books that you can read that will help you.
This next one is so funny.
Yeah.
It says, could reliance on co-parenting tools make parents begin to shift blames to the tools, to blame AI?
Oh, wow. No, because you know, no, it doesn't really. It's not all of them that. If you may I messages you send, there are a lot of WhatsApp messages that you could print them out, you could see those messages, the context, the tone and everything. It could be it. I don't think you cannot blame AI. If you don't want to use technology, you can use
No, sorry. What he's saying here is if you're already using it,
yes.
okay, but you now become so reliant on it. So when you now forget something, you say, well, it is because AI didn't remind you. So you're now blaming,
the network did not work.
Get it. Network did not work. My phone crashed. Yeah. What should happen in such instances?
That is not that's not good enough really for anybody. Escapist approaches where you want to shy away from your responsibility. And that's why the both parties need to have shared notes. You need to maybe need come together. Okay, you have times for shared discussions on calendar, shared notes. This is what you have written down. This is what I have written down. Let's look at it together. And you have to make up for that gap, that period that you didn't do take care. The other co-parent can have a nice way of calling the attention of the other partner, the parent to it. They can have a meeting point where they now bring your notes and I bring my notes. Let's share notes. These are things that you have missed. How do we cover up from all those things you have missed? You're supposed to have called the other partner. You was not able to do it in the first place. So you didn't do that. So you really need to, the child cannot suffer because you give network as an excuse. And I think they have to make sure that this does not keep repeating itself. It doesn't happen again. Because I know that trust is an issue with this kind of scenario, and the child must not be made to suffer for the mistrust that is happening between the two parents, the co-parents.
Okay, thank you so very much, Mr. Ebola here. Another community member here says, if a parent walks out on the family when a child has just been born, does the parent that is left with the child get a new partner?
Sorry, I didn't get what happens to when a parent moves out. When
he's saying, if, for instance, if the only person that could apply to would be the father. Now, for instance, okay, well, it could actually be both. We've had stories about where mothers have left their children, infant children, and working. We've had stories like that. So it could be anyone. This person is asking, should the parent that has the child get another partner to? I mean, well, I don't think I'm not sure that's part of what we are discussing here today.
the father moves out
Or mother,
when he's
whoever.
about to be a parent. Is that the
No.
question?
He said, as the child is born, okay,
Yes.
the couple has a new child. One of the parents walk away, whether the father or the mother. So the question here, the way I understand is, should the person that is remaining with the child, should that person now get a new partner that can help take care of the child and all of that? I think that's this question. But I don't know if it relates to our issue today, but this is a concern.
No, because is the other co-parent denying paternity or maternity? Is it denying entirely?
He didn't explain that. He says walked away.
Walked away. Walked
Yes.
away. Okay. This woman, whoever is with the child, will really need counseling. We need support. We need the emotional support all around him or her, because dealing with the child, especially if it's very tender, is going to be very, very difficult. It's not something like one person can do alone. If it's a woman, yes, it's still a bit better, because women, we really have that the tenderness and everything in caring. The
Some
man,
men will not agree.
pardon? Yeah, I think so, yes. But a man with a child does not even know how to prepare the baby milk, does not know how to change diapers. It's going to be a problem for the man to start with. He's going to dump the child and be crying. So whichever gender is involved here needs support, and there's need to trace contact tracing, need to trace the other party. Is it a psychological problem? Is it a mental issue? Is it that is too much a burden to carry? It needs to come round and find out. If he's not totally denying that he's not responsible, he needs to come round and say, this child needs the father figure and the mother figure at the same time for proper development. So it's a lot of work there.
Okay.
Or
Thank you so very much.
social psychologists to come in,
To get
social
involved in.
workers to come in.
Okay, thank you so much. The last one we have here says, for children that do not speak out easily, how do we know they are comfortable with how co-parenting relationship is at any moment in time?
Yes, a lot of these children they don't speak. They don't embody what is really happening in their minds. And we were maybe we're talking about mentorship of this child who is a significant other that can help, like, start being friends with this child, establish friendship. It could be in church, and eventually, you are not going to hit the nail on the head when it is hot, because the child may even be further withdrawn. It's going to be a gradual process, getting to be friends, you know, coming round, talking. Eventually, you may want to ask, how do you feel? It's good. It's most times they say they're feeling okay, but you still have a way of a diplomatic way of handling this child. Not just say your parents are no, 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 no. It's going to make the child is going to withdraw for that. May not even talk. So such children are really, really, really very difficult to deal with. But then it can happen. It can still work if there's somebody mentoring. It will take a while. Be his friend, work with him, get him or her to talk, and eventually, when he talks, you listen. And now ask, how do you think we can address this issue? What is the best way forward? How do you feel about it? What do you think you need? Let it be that child focused suggestion, not
So
you
if
imposing.
the child says, sorry, I'm jumping in here. If the child says, I want my mommy and my daddy together, what would you do?
Yeah, it has happened before. It has happened before. Even I've witnessed situation when it was not even it was not even a it was not even a baby or a very, very young, tender age. Even a matured age was going to get married. And his or her request was that for this wedding to hold,
Wow, that's
my request
blackmail,
is that
big
I want my
time.
parents back. I want them back. It happens. It happens.
Wow.
Well, if it says so, that's a request. We take the request to the parents, to the co-parents. This is what we heard from your word, from your child. How
Wow.
do you feel about that? Is if they've not moved on? Because
Okay.
if they moved on, then it may be
There's
difficult.
nothing.
And not,
Yes.
there's nothing you can do if they have not moved on. It happens. Some people come back. It's not everything is not a dead end. Most times they come back. So I think we can explore that. Let's see how his or her request is going to touch on their emotions, and maybe if the situation comes and was not too bad, and then we can still come around.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Bala. Maybe at this point it will be helpful to state that yes, the Universal Parenting Institute is to be inaugurated in December of this year, on the 8th of December of this year. But then we are running a program.
2026.
Sorry?
2026.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
The program of the institute would. But right now, we are running partnerships with some individuals and organizations, especially through the Parent Teacher Association in some schools, in some locations, in about some 4 countries right now. Yes. Now
Okay.
let me state something that is key in that program. We call this program now the Engendering Family Bonding program. Now that program has two core, apart from training the parents, okay, on dynamics of parenting generally, okay. There are two components. Parents who go through that training leverage mentorship support from a group that we have called a Concerned Parents Network. Okay. Now, for their children, because I'm coming up with this now because you said those children need mentors. They need, yes, we know, we've seen that, we've had those on a quasi kind of makeshift basis, but now we have designed, structured it, okay, structured it to remain. It's, intentionally structured. It will be sustained. So the children get into what we've now called PIPE Global. PIPE is a peer education program that the children of such trained parents through the Engendering Family Bonding Program, who would now get mainstreamed into the parenting. Sorry, TikTok is giving me a notice here, so I have to, before they log me out. Okay, so the parents that have gone through the Engendering Family Bonding training and then get mainstreamed to receive mentorship programming through COPANET, the Concerned Parents Network, their children also get trained to become peer educators. But before you become peer educators yourself, you've already been trained to be able to take care of certain things for yourself before you are now educating your peers. So they also get trained and become part of what we call the PIPE Global. And it's for life. It's for life. It's designed, we have, counselors, mentors, professional and experiential, okay, that are there to help at the ring of a phone, text message. So it's a virtual community that you have professionals from nutrition to psychiatry to pediatry, professionals across. So this is something that had come out of several years of studying, of relationship, of looking at what parents need. One of the biggest resources that parents have complained about over the years is time. They don't have time to come and sit in one place. Well, all of us are parents. I think we're all there. We understand that. But everybody have their phones now. Everybody receives messages. Everybody. So the Concerned Parents Global is a virtual community through which parents can, I don't know what is wrong with this child. It's not being eaten. There are dietitians or nutritionists that who can assist you, can help you. Okay. The same thing, the child on PIPE Global is facing bullying situations in schools. Well, I hate to use this. I never like to come across, not that when I say I never like to see it happen, a child having suicidal tendencies and, things. It's not something that, but it happens. Okay. So there's resource for them to call, somebody to talk to, because you said it yourself, maybe you just need somebody to talk to. So we've on PIPE Global, there are mentors, there are counselors that could talk with them. There are mentors, there are counselors that will talk to the parents. So, and it is for life. Once parents and their children get into the program, it's up to them. The children, it's actually designed in such a way that the children from PIPE Global, when they become adults,
they become mentors as well.
They become mentors, not just that they become mentors, when they begin to, before they become parents, as they're planning to wed, they cross over to they cross over, they become members of COPANET. They go to COPANET because there they will meet parents who would help them to, okay, you're expecting your first baby. This is what to do. So I'm explaining that so that I've received a lot of messages. People are asking,
what is available, what is out there.
Yes, what is out there. It is not an institute for you to get certificate to go and apply for a job somewhere. No, it is an institute for you to have
development. Yes.
Development, family development, okay? And be able to, because it's our belief that when the home is settled, when parents are settled, homes are settled, the society will be
settled. Yes.
That's our belief. Yes. And I want to also mention it at this point. You know, at the end of June this year, we're having our first global webinar that we've called, well, Parent Better. Okay, and then we are going to be looking at parenting deficiency syndrome. Somebody asked me, Richie, in which psychology book is that? Maybe I said, now you have to find its way into psychology books and research, because certainly we have issues with parenting deficiency globally. A whole lot of the issues we have out there in the society today out of parenting failures. And when you have failures rolling on top of themselves, what is the syndrome? So the world is suffering from the outcome or the effects of parenting deficiency syndrome. So we're going to be looking at that at our very first international webinar, global webinar conference at the end of June. So Mr. Abel, I want to thank you so very much. This has been a very, very exciting episode of our program, the Slow Parenting program, or podcast on the Nostalgia Media. I thank you so very much. I hope, I pray, I look forward to disturbing you again to ask you to please come join us. We need your vast experiences, not experience, experiences now, as a mother, as a grandmother, and as an area mother too. Yeah, because you have a mother, a whole lot of other children that are not your children biologically. That is what qualifies you as an area mother. Yeah, church mother, neighborhood mother. Yes. Okay, we have the privilege of having you having functioned in those roles. So we thank you so very much for the time you have found spent here to be with us here today. We look forward to having you join us again. And thank you guys on TikTok. Thank you guys on YouTube.
Thank you for having me, and I wish you the best in all that you do. And keep it up.
Thank you.
We are proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We look forward to having you join us again next Wednesday, next episode. Same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US and Canada, and 7 p.m. West African time, including Nigeria, as we take another issue in co-parenting. Don't worry, we'll soon be done with co-parenting, and I'll release the book to you to read, to use. Thank you so much. I'm deliberately not releasing the book till we finish with the series, okay? Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.